No parachute with this one. Okay. Yeah. Voice to Atlantis. Footsteps in the dark, part 1 and 2. Just landed a UFO back from a 5-grammer. Trying to explain like teaching a 5-year-old grammar language barrier. My spirit is light with the weight of Thor's hammer. Eagle eye fly when the doves cry. I never knew a love like this before. Never grab a lion's tail, the digit scale is keeping scope. Stepped in fresh, killing niggas, I'm talking slicing throats. Blood splattered on your girl face, but she's smiling. Her facial expression acknowledged my perfect timing. Smelling like Versace, fresh coconut and watermelon. Mixed with some Zayu Bubba, niggas ain't never selling. Focused on the lesson, so if I lose, I'm never failing. Focused on the clues, the other side trying to tell me something. I can hear the whispers, I'm searching around like I'm key hunting. Russell Crowe, beautiful mind, baby, I'm number crunching. Top my bow with a crammer, keep nigga, I'm crop dusting. Tripping dollars hitting quick, I can feel the tears coming. Yeah. Yeah. Boys to Atlantis. Footsteps in the dark, part 1 and 2. Just parked the UFO back from a 5-grammer. I don't do old women, nigga, come get your grandma. Edge of reality, holding on, Sylvester Stallone, cliffhanger. The sky was strawberry mango with a hint of lavender. She wanna try, nigga, like here comes a new challenger. Bring your A+ game, sweet, I don't fuck with amateurs. You can never drive the boat, but you can play the passenger. Flying space jets, dodging UFOs, this is Gallagher. Is it the game or the shoes? The sixes or motorsports? Master dose of pack that I'm smoking when I'm on the court. Blowing original Z and an original Z. 5% tit, nosy bitches still can't see. Is that Battlefield 3, 4, Modern Warfare 2? The OG version, not that new pack booth. Diamond with the goals, got a new strap too. This for the hustlers, keeping it G, making all the plays. Make sure you take a vacation to balance out the long days. Yay. Yay.
Yay, another play, another day, another J. Another day, another play, another J. Another play.
Yo, how we doing? Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 89. We're in the building. We're in the house. How's everybody? Get in here, you know what I'm saying? Get a seat, grab a glass of water. If you rolled up, it's time to spark up. J Doug, how you doing? You in the building today?
In the building, J Doug live
Monday afternoon. It's up.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
We got a few. We got a few topics today. We got a few topics. One, there's a few people at work. Shakir in the building. Don, Philly in the building, Lenny in the building. You know what I'm saying? Chandra in the building. On some real, we have some prominent people on the YouTube community who are getting the boot. They have been demonetized off of the platform. Fresh and Fit. These guys, they come out here. They have these interviews. They have these topics and conversations with a lot of red pill content. And very recently, I want to say they always used to just sneak diss black people a lot as a whole. But we could say black Americans over. I would just say they just disrespect black people in the culture. Myron and the other guy, I forgot his name. And on top of that, they would bring certain women on the platform that they know aren't really well versed in certain types of conversation, but they would be attractive, and they would try to have these debates and try to tear them apart and try to prove points about patriarchy and I forgot the other word. I'm just really trying to have like a master class and like breaking down on like women that aren't really intellectually there to spar them in the first place, but it's on some Revenge of the Nerd shit. But it's cool because if that's the content people want to have, there's a market for that. It is what it is. The way I feel like they brought Nick Fuentes on there and had those black girls up there and asked him to say nigga, and he said nigga, and they had I think they got cooked by Brittany Renner.
That was Brittany Renner.
Yeah, she cooked both of them probably like almost like 2 years ago. But it's been certain times where you know that one white girl that they have on the line. What's her name? Pierce Morgan snapped on. You know that the white girl. Don't talk Pearly.
Oh,
Yeah. Like she kind of like they kind of are in the same space and whatnot, and they're trying to go. I feel like what we were saying before is we're trying to push the line and get edgy, but it was looking cringy because are y'all? And he wore he tried to have like some Jewish outfit the other day too. I think it was not Myron, but the other guy from Fresh and Fit.
Fresh.
Yeah. And that's another reason why you probably got demonetized, because you start speaking on like that, that hate speech, or being anti-Semitic or whatnot. You're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for a situation to occur. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you're going to be able to sustain a YouTube page or be monetized on these platforms when you're aligning yourself with the people who have been kicked off these same platforms, A, and B, then now you're bringing them on yours. You see what I'm saying? So if we're trying to platform somebody actively, we can't allow you to find a loophole to where, okay, now I'm going to come on everybody else's shit. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think that's fair though, because I don't think that's fair. I seen what the guy's name, Flagrant 2. They had on your boy on there. Alex Jones was on their show a couple of times. Tommy Sotomayor, he was on Jason Whitlock's show. So certain people that they deflect platforms still go on other people's shows that's on YouTube. So
but they don't go on other people's shows and disrespect. In my eyes, I don't see them going to other people's shows and blatantly disrespecting other cultures. Like, and they disrespect black people. Like I said, they can say niggas every day of the week on YouTube, and your channel is gonna go up. But the minute you say anything else outside of that, it's hate speech, right? So with them, they're doing everything. Like they're moving like it's South Park or something. Like you don't have enough clout. You're not that big. They can take anybody's like platform from. Like Shakira said, they got chin checked. Like they're not a victim. You told the line. You could have just been in the same bag you guys are in. If it goes up, it goes up. It goes down, goes down. But being monetized is the main point. You got demonetized for really being out of character and really pushing disrespect and losing really any type of core supporters that could make the difference. Like you got demonetized, and then you said Rumble is trying to do the same thing. So this whole bag on the internet, you know what I'm saying, is now being taken away from you. You can't go to Twitch either. Like that's how they take it away. Yeah, you can get cash apps and stuff like that, but the way they have these partnerships with these programs, especially places like YouTube, and say they probably have certain analytics, certain demographic information. It's a lot of back end stuff that comes with being monetized, and not having access to that is like pissing in the wind when you start creating content. And think about how much money they're making on a mass scale at Fresh and Fit on YouTube and all these other platforms. So now that this is being taken away, like they're trying to like I guess boycott or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm excited that they're getting a nigga wake up call.
Oh, this a nigga wake up call?
Yeah, this nigga. Can I get my okay? So we broke down news. Can I get my hate off now?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Them niggas is really some hoe ass niggas, to be honest, dog. Both of them. There's some really green ass niggas. Like they're really goofy. They don't really deserve a platform to speak on half the stuff that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be in these positions to have these conversations anywhere else. And you can say, oh, we were this, and that. Like y'all come off resenting a lot of things that are just the game, because you can't, I guess, be a player without money, or you're mad that you have to have status, or you're mad that you can only be around these women, or you want to degrade women and talk with these white supremacist talking points, and you sound like an alt-right, like an all male. You just sound crazy. Honestly, it's like you really sound crazy. People you're lying with. None of this, unless you're really on some black pill, super right mindset, and that's the type of shit you're preaching. I don't see why you would find Fresh and Fit entertaining, because they're so deep in a different type of bag, and they're going super far into that bag. And we already know that, okay, you might feel like this, but there's nothing about you that we like. So if YouTube or these platforms decide to demonetize you, nobody's going to be sitting around here talking about that's not right. We protect freedom of speech and Fresh and Fit's platform. Fuck their platform. Like they never did anything positive for shit. Like Fresh and Fit's not coming out here saving lives. He talking about, oh, I was saving kids, but now I'm saving these men's lives. Dog, if Fresh and Fit is saving your life, dog, you got a long way to go. I know we can say like things have saved our life as far as they occupied our times in dark spaces. That's cool, but that's the problem with the internet and us doing content. Sometimes we can be lost in thinking that we matter more than the advertisers who own these platforms. YouTube has ad revenue that comes in because sponsors want to advertise on their platform, right? So YouTube is getting multiple checks to run ads. If I can't run ads on your shit and it's not making me any money, and then now it's violating agreements that we've signed to run ads, now you're stopping bags. We were going to remove you off the platform before we lose money from ad revenue. You see what I'm saying? Look at a Clubhouse. Clubhouse can never get on because anytime it was really time for an evaluation, people to invest in it, advertisers cannot invest in Clubhouse when it's the wild, wild west and you have no control over the user base. And they can say anything with, you can have a death threat with a Coca-Cola ad 5 minutes in between, and then a Charmin ad 5 minutes in between of somebody's getting their information docs. You see what I'm saying? Advertisers don't want to stand next to that. So you translate that to YouTube, somewhere who's already getting money. You translate that to Twitter, where Twitter, in a way, you can talk crazy. But when Elon came in, he switched up a lot of stuff, and you don't see that many advertisers on Twitter as you used to, right? Now you bring it back to YouTube. On a YouTube level, they're going to still show ads on Fresh and Fit because that's what they're going to do. But when it comes to paying their stuff, like putting them in the ad program, getting them revenue, that's the demonetization. Like they're not going to want to work with them. They've chosen not to do it. And if Rumble's taking the same approach, then it's already considered effort by the powers that be that we're going to deplatform Fresh and Fit like we deplatformed Andrew Tate, like we deplatformed Nick Fuentes. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't look at Fresh Fit like that. I feel like they are two lame individuals. They are lame, but I just feel like you two don't want any men on there speaking about masculinity. Like if they was on there talking about the LGBTQ, they wouldn't be demonetized. If they was on there talking about anything that goes along with the social programming that they trying to push these days, they wouldn't be demonetized. Just like you say, they want to demonetize anybody that pretty much white men that come on there acting manly.
But you can't be a coon and a martyr at the same time. You can't be out here disrespecting, yucking it up, really just being a real piece of shit.
But they coons. I don't.
Yes. They stated very anti-black statements. They talk shit about honestly, like you would think these guys.
I thought they talk shit about everybody.
Listen. But what I'm saying is this: is not even from a point of like a life experience. Like you guys are sitting in some validated seats to talk down on everybody. Like you niggas is lame in itself. Like stay in your lane. Y'all are really talking like you guys are like some type of supremacist group, and y'all just regular ass niggas, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like you're taking. It is not even a shot at white people. It's just you're taking like supremacist ideologies from people that would have murdered you.
Yeah, but I don't think no.
What I'm saying is this: it's not the fact of what you got kicked off. What they speak about, what they stand for, is different when you're coming out here. When they first came, okay, you want to do red pill content, you want to debate bitches and do this and now, okay, cool. You know, you stay in that lane. But once you, like I said, start lining yourself up with right-wing people and you want to bring that same shock value and speak with the same supremacist points to add views and do all that. What I'm saying is consciously pivoting your platform to do that, right? You're consciously putting yourself at risk. And when they finally come and kick your door because you wilding, you can't sit here and act like you're the victim now, knowing that you are doing risky business with aligning yourself like this anyway. Just like how you see Adam 22 when they start hitting YouTube with algorithms and demonetization videos and taking away ads. You see Adam 22 is like, I start losing money on No Jumper for real. Because, you know, slapping people and jumping on niggas, like I was making money off all those videos. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of content creators that low-key got deplatformed and demonetized once YouTube put their new guidelines in play.
Hey, you know what's fucked up? Them niggas done got like 1,000 more subscribers since they got demonetized. Cause when I looked down, they was at 3.8 They was at 1.3. They finna push up to 1.5.
Yeah, and guess what? YouTube's getting paid off all of that. Now they're getting the zero cut. That's YouTube. What Mo is saying is they just made them YouTube slave. What Mo is saying is we're gonna take away all your money from what you do, and then we're gonna add 20% to your number for views and shit. So now you're gonna still have to do either you're gonna come back to YouTube or we're just gonna keep making money off your YouTube page in perpetuity until you delete your channel or we just delete it. But now I have your whole catalog for free. That's what just happened. You see what I'm trying to say? Like it's bigger than I got your and then you can't. Where are you gonna repurpose these videos to generate that money? You can't. They just took your block. You see what I'm saying, dog? You have a catalog of shows that you generate money off of. They just turned that whole faucet off and kept your channel on. People might listen. People are probably watching Fresh and since they announced this. People probably have been watching Fresh and Fit since they announced they've been demonetized, right? That whole bag, that's probably a boost of money and generate revenue right there. And YouTube is eating 100% of that. And keeping that catalog up is literally just boosting up money for YouTube.
I heard one of them niggas will start crying.
Yeah.
They started crying for real?
Yeah. He started crying and walked off.
You want to watch a little bit of it?
Yeah, we can.
Just dissect it a little bit.
Man. I mean, when I heard that, I was shocked because I mean, we love YouTube, man.
Yeah,
we love streaming.
Yeah,
and at this point, I feel like
the other one fits. I don't see no ball spot no more.
Revolved around streaming and like
Myron
adding value to people online. It's just like it won't be the same, bro.
Yeah,
what we heard
in 2020, guys.
Oh, Myron got his shit fixed, bro.
As you guys know,
got some color in there. Something I don't see no ball spot.
I was working for the government, right? I was
they were getting that bag.
He worked for fuck it, Wix. We'll just call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wix.com. Yeah.
And he was a tech support. I was arresting bad guys, etc. We started this podcast. We did our first episode on October 26th, 2020. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Chris was there. The apartment was all empty and shit. And and we had our first podcast. If you guys go back and watch it, like the thing was all zooming in and out and everything else like that, and it was all messed up.
It's like we're at a house club.
Yeah,
in and out.
Yeah, it was
literally quality.
Yeah. But we got it figured out. We got the lighting fixed, and we continued to improve. Fresh landed some really good guests early on, and continues to get us a great guest. And
we made hours of content in the streets, TikTok, Patreon.
Yeah,
many nights, 3 a.m, 4 a.m. Chris was there too.
While working jobs. And then I'll never forget. I get an email, November 14th. Internal Affairs. Hey, we need you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Right. And I'm working at the government, sitting at my desk, writing up a report, and I see this email. And this is 2020 November. And I,
well, you gonna talk about how you lost your job. I want to see this nigga cry.
I was
this nigga said talk about how you left your snitch job to come on here on YouTube and start trolling. See, that's
you could just, like I said, I sent you the ad clip when he was breaking it down.
Did they show him crying? I didn't want to see him crying real quick because I didn't even see nobody.
It's like a 3 second. He's not like sitting up there crying on camera. Like he walks off and you can like see him like kind of get emotional as he's talking before he walks off.
Oh, is it at the end?
Yeah, it's at a certain point. I don't know if this is like the video part, but like that's
right, for free speech. Video.
Yeah, you can go ahead and play the
I don't like to see nobody lose their bag, but hey man, might be some room for me and Florida Boy Jay on the block to get some money. Can we get a bag, YouTube? Fuck it.
Yeah, for sure. Hit that like button,
hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button.
And go ahead. We got the act clip.
Yeah, we got
because he was breaking it down from his perspective on how Fresh and Fit moved in this situation and how they're getting demonetized and why they're getting demonetized. And personally, like I said before, like you playing with fire, you're getting burnt, you're talking crazy. Now you can't be a victim, man. You can't be a victim. You can't be poking the bear. Now you're a victim. Now that like niggas is on the block, like everybody is a bigger bully everywhere, dog.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But we don't, in any form or fashion,
Chris.
hate YouTube or want to go at them. We're just saying, you know what? We wish we knew the reason why, but we respect, for them to use the platform and keeping us here for a while. And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
But
and the thing is that
But
you
some
guys
niggas who
know,
just got
right,
fired,
on
y'all
this
too
pod,
respectful.
we push the edge, right? We push the envelope.
Like,
There's
fuck you too.
we're not gonna lie about that. Like, we give you guys the real deal when it comes to getting in shape.
Wow. So Fresh and Fit's been demonetized, which means at least on YouTube they are removed from the partner program. This is a step that YouTube frequently does when it doesn't agree with the content or the tone of the content that you're doing, but they don't think you have done anything that should not be on the platform. So it's a mitigating step, and it's a middle step to being completely wiped off the platform. So they've done it to a bunch of people. Steven Crowder is one of the people who have been demonetized. They haven't banned his channel. He can still stream on YouTube, put videos up on YouTube, but he will no longer earn money on YouTube. Now, I think this is a mitigating step because YouTube wanted to show that they necessarily weren't censoring anyone, but being able to make money on their platform was a privilege. Being a part of the YouTube partner program was a privilege. So rather than kick you off and say you're banned, now some people do get banned like Andrew Tate, but rather than kick you off, they'll be like, you can make content, but you nor I will make money from it. I've spoken to both Myron and Fresh. These are guys who, we've been pretty cool. They've been great guys, really loyal guys. And I'm actually incredibly sad that this has happened to them. Now, with that being said, I spoke to them a long time ago and I told them this was most likely inevitable. It was most likely inevitable that YouTube will eventually turn their backs on them. After Tate got taken out, they became the #1 channel in the manosphere, spewing certain narratives that, you know how they like to say Rumble is right wing. Nobody likes to acknowledge that, well, Twitter, or used to be, right? Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they're left leaning, which means if you're not spreading or spewing things that's alignment with the liberal propaganda, or if you're spewing things that's offensive to the liberal ear, you could get removed. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh, no, it's because they're not aligning with the liberal agenda. They did push they definitely pushed the boundary of what you could do as a content creator. And trust me, for the years I've been on YouTube, I've been spanked a few times, just to be like, whoa, no, you can't do that. Not on here. That's why I went to Twitch. Shit, that's why now I'm on Rumble, to give me more platforms that if I wanted to do other things, and it's not necessarily be extreme or spread hatred or nothing like that, but all of these platforms have kind of carved out like things about what you could say and how you could act. Fresh and Fit, I'm gonna be honest with you, have survived a very long time while pushing that envelope. And while some people are very happy and basking in them being demonetized, I had that conversation with them over a year ago, and I say, hey, you guys should prepare. There's going to be a time that you're going to be up on the chopping block, and what I do think you guys are good at, I remember telling them, I said, listen, being kicked off YouTube isn't the end. And not that I think their content is like Alex Jones, but I compared their audience and their niche audience like Alex Jones. Like, play this. They were one of the top 5 super chatted channels every week on YouTube. What does that mean? Tens of thousands of dollars, like 30,000. I remember looking at they have a ranking. I don't know if you can still see it. Most super chatted channels in the world. And if you go here, let's see, we can sort it by weekly. Weekly. Okay, and you go United States. Like they're probably not in this week's because obviously they've been kicked out of the program. But usually they would be
TD Jakes getting that bag. Donations. Damn. First name I saw was TD Jakes.
Stop playing with big TD Jakes.
Pimping don't never stop, boy.
Pimping don't never stop in the name of Jesus.
Up in the top 10. And what that top 10 would, oh, see, they're still on it. Look, there's 7 and they haven't been able to get super chats in a while. Damn. So they're usually up here, which is like 8. Oh, you can't really see it. They're usually like up here, like 8,000, 10,000. Right now they're at 7. Shit, if I stream, y'all niggas won't even donate $40. You know what I mean? So they were booming. And you got to give them credit. Like, their audience is something, like, first of all, I think it's a bunch of grown men. Call them incels if you want. Those people put their money where their fucking mouth is. And they were one of the most super chatted channels in the United States every week. Possibly making $40,000, $50,000 a month off super chats. And I think that may have been their saving grace for a while because I think YouTube tried to look past certain things because at the end of the day, I think when you super chat, I forgot how much. Does YouTube take some of that? I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube definitely does.
30%. 30%? Okay. And yeah, I think they tolerated it for a while.
Yeah.
But eventually they were just like, yo, fuck this. Now
with that information, bro, I don't think it's right, bro. If they got fans and if they fans like it and the people that come into your platform like it to what these people in the top 7, they're saying something that people want to hear regardless of if you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
You can't tell people.
I agree.
That's controlling the audience, bro.
I agree, but I can also agree and be satisfied that they got kicked off seeing that I don't like their platform.
Well, I don't want.
I can agree that it is freedom of speech. No, I can agree that it is freedom of speech. I can agree that there is a viable community that wants to hear from these people and that will donate money to hear from these people on these platforms. If I don't agree with it and I don't like it, I don't have to protest. I don't have to ban the channel. I don't have to block it. I just don't like the content that they do. And I find out, oh, they get deplatformed, demonetized. I think I'm allowed to be happy about it and still admit that it could be wrong on a freedom of speech level and on a business level, seeing that you're benefiting 30% off each super chat.
Even on the business level,
but I can still be excited at the fact that these niggas taking the L.
If it's enough people, 1 million people that subscribe and say, yo, we like what they're doing, I think they should be good. YouTube should not be the judge and the jury of what people that come to their platform want to hear. If that's the case, you should tell these people, you shouldn't, you say, if you an incel or you don't like women or whatever, you can't come on our platform. If they're going to say that.
But when you're wearing a Klan mask and you're dressing like.
They didn't do that on YouTube though.
But regardless, this is what you represent, and you walking around there dressed, with like a small hat, like you have people like said Nick Fuentes up here saying wild stuff. You up here, really having controversial conversations. That's one thing. But like I said, y'all are towing the line, and y'all ain't even built like that. And yeah, you're trying, like I said before in accent, you're trying to take an Andrew Tate lane, and I mean, you see where Andrew Tate at right now. This nigga in some prison overseas on some bullshit, but still on some shit overseas. And like I was saying, you want to go on YouTube, do this type of content. Sooner or later, niggas gonna come knocking at your door. So you can't play victim knowing you wanted to go to this lane.
Well, it's not about freedom of speech. I see what you're saying, Mo, but I'm saying if people want to send them their money because they agree with it, they should be allowed to get the money, even if they still on the platform. It's like, yo, just if you don't agree with what they're saying and you don't agree with the people that send them money, then YouTube, you don't take none of the money.
That's what YouTube
give that money back. Give that 30% back.
But that's what YouTube's pretty much saying. Like we cut YouTube. If we cut you out of partnership program, people can't send you super chats, saying that we can't eat this 30% off your super chats anymore, even knowing you're a top 10 super chat person. Know you're a top 10 super chat person, you're generating us a lot of revenue. So if we're demonetizing you, we're demonetizing ourselves, but we're taking that risk before we run away ad dollars and revenue. the advertisers, the sponsors who pay for those things to run, yeah, that's one thing. Like they're gonna run regardless. But to get directly paid off of this user's merch or his super chats, if somebody donates him $300 and we eat $100 off of it, you know what I'm saying? That's $100 in YouTube's hand over fist directly from the consumer. Now because they're using you as a vehicle for direct to consumer. Do you see what I'm saying? YouTube is like, how can I get direct to consumer? How can I get literally $100 from somebody over line? Okay, I'm going to use conduits, i.e., these platforms, these personalities. They're going to galvanize their fan base, TD Jakes, right? And now TD Jakes gets donations. Every TD Jakes donation is a donation for YouTube. Now I get a direct consumer cut out of TD Jakes' fan base.
But why y'all taking money from TD Jakes if y'all don't believe in God?
We don't have to believe in God to know God is a palatable topic for our platform in this day and age. And it's super safe because religion is always super safe. So if you're speaking religion, especially Christianity on an American media platform, of course we're gonna let you get the bag and nobody's gonna blink twice because you're TD Jakes and you're preaching the word of God. Wow, what are you saying that's controversial to anybody? That's a totally different
somebody.
thing.
I'm pretty sure somebody could find some controversy in it.
No, that is totally. That is not. I don't think that's a good enough example to compare a TD Jakes Christian platform or a Joel Osteen to a Fresh and Fit. You're talking about a formulaic Christian megachurch, culture versus niggas on YouTube that's been on doing this shit for 2 years talking crazy. It's not even comparable.
Let me see how many subscribers TD Jakes got. TDA got 2.5 million.
Yeah, 2.5 million subscribers. TD Jakes big dog on the streets of YouTube.
Man,
big YouTube.
Hey, listen, salute to Fresh and Fit. I never really liked their content, but I just feel like YouTube, y'all not finna give that 30% y'all been taking from them boys for 3 years. They should still be allowed to make money. That's people money. Like if they didn't, that's people money, bro. I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Hey, YouTube said you gotta give God 10%, right? But we gonna take 30, and you get that 10% out of your cut.
But that don't say that in the Bible, TDJ.
They say that in the YouTube Bible.
Yeah, you say fresh and fucked it.
So yeah, so
fresh and fucked.
Hey, did anybody see Irv Gotti on Drink Champs this weekend?
Irv Gotti
was on Drink Champs. It appeared this was a sober interview. He wasn't up there, smoking gas and drinking shots and rambling. Wasn't any of that. It was a really good conversation, I think. I really do appreciate or give him the platform because he said some things that you might think are wild. When you hear the Nas story, it's pretty fucking funny. Or how he, even as a New York guy, somebody who worked close with DMX, how he still gives Pac his props of like being like the realest rapper and being like on some real like he shot 2 police officers. Like, no, that's like just off that, like niggas can't say you realer than that. So it was cool seeing him on Drink Champs. I want to go through the Nas story if we find that one. Okay. Yeah. And also before we got that too, I want to ask you guys a question about Charleston White. I don't know if you guys seen him and TK Kirkland not really beefing, but just going over how they fell out in business because TK Kirkland had Charleston White on his comedy tour for the last couple months, but pretty much wasn't paying Charleston White what he thought he was worth and what he thought he was generating his ticket sales. And he went on Say Cheese and spoke about that for a little bit. And then at the same time, TK Kirkland had a response. And personally, we're going to get into it, but I understand what both sides are saying. But Charleston White's not an idiot either. Charleston White also was showing with Aiden Ross, I think, like 2 weeks ago. And he fell out with him. But Aiden Ross, I think, was lining Charleston White up to do a lot of weird stuff. If anybody was watching that. Like Charleston White, if anybody's seen Charleston White and Aiden Ross hang out when Charleston White was saying that Aiden Ross was lining him up on some like rituals type stuff. They're gonna blindfold him. It was a table with like 2 white girls. It was like at the like one of the best hotels in Vegas, and it was like another white boy in there, and like it was gonna blindfold him and like feed him some shit. And he was just Charles White was just saying how he kind of knows, having his third eye open, he can kind of like see the setup. You know what I'm saying? And they were live streaming it, and like they were trying to put a blindfold. He was like, nah. He was like, I wouldn't take my situation and shit. But
sometimes when niggas be watching too many YouTube videos, that shit make you paranoid.
Oh man, so this is the Drink Champs, right?
Yeah, but I don't see one that say nah. It's the one you talk about Jay-Z, dang.
But whichever one you play, we just play them because everyone I sent pretty much good. So we just start off with like the first one.
All right.
Yeah. Because Irv Gotti really be out here talking, and he kind of disrespected Dame Dash.
Oh, I want to see that one
for
first.
Sure.
Man. How you disrespected Dame?
He said Dame Dash was just along for the ride.
I don't, man. He get a bad with Jay-Z, so I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt.
Did you the Book of Hov? Are you in that book?
I don't know. I ain't see it.
And well, the famous rumor is that Dame Dash is removed from that book.
Probably. I don't think Jay likes Dame.
Damn, nigga, you can put some salt on it.
What is? Did I say something that people don't know already?
No, but I'm being honest, because there's so many different stories. The Leah story has just recently circulated, or whatever. But I don't want to get on that. I don't think I'm that good of a media guy. But did you ever think that in the beginning, when you see their chemistry, I'm talking about the three, you know what I mean? Because Biggs got he fucks with Drink Champs as well. But Biggs, Dame, and Jay, like when I used to see them, it used to be so tight. I never thought that this would happen. Did you see this day coming?
He would have saw it for anybody.
Yeah.
Back then,
he was in it.
I mean,
yeah.
Remember what I said? Mm-hmm. Jay didn't need nobody.
Right.
Jay don't need nobody.
Right.
So you really don't think that Dame had anything to do with the success?
You say that?
No, I'm asking. I mean, it's kind of a question.
Right. I remember Dame fighting for the artist. I remember that.
Because regardless of how you feel about the person, you got it. Whatever they did should be credited.
He started Rockefeller with Jay and things, so he should get credited. I'm saying the making of the records
and the studio sessions, Clark Kent was there.
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
He said no.
He said after they made it, Jay didn't need nobody.
You
didn't say Jay wasn't important.
Jay was picking the beats. Jay was rapping over the beats.
He gave
Jay was making things. It was all Hov.
Right.
They was along for the ride.
What do you think about that personally? You want to go for it? We go.
Sound like he just getting a bad with Jay-Z. It's like I feel like don't nobody do the music business on their own, and we all was there when we saw the Dame Dash. We saw the Rockefeller days. Dame Dash was handling the business. Dame Dash was handling the other artists. Dame Dash is the reason why is the reason why Jay-Z stayed successful after he left, because if Dame Dash would have never signed Kanye, then
that whole wave
Jay-Z rolled on for the last,
since he left, it was like low-key was like he got around
ever since Blueprint 3, ever since what? Blueprint 1 all the way up until Watch the Throne.
It's
come on, bro. Jay, that's like half his career.
And it's like Kanye popped off right in time for Hov to leave and take him with him.
And Dame Dash was finding the other talent. He went to South Philly and got Beans and all them guys.
Went and got the Diplomats. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jay-Z didn't want to see Dame Dash shine.
It's like, and you know what's crazy? It's like they made Jay-Z the president of Def Jam, and that low-key should have went to Irv Gotti. I mean, not Irv Gotti. My bad. That should low-key went to Dame Dash too. because it was Dame Dash who really was getting credit for the artist, and like we just said, bringing in the artists outside of Jay-Z. And then when we just want to bring it to Jay-Z, where, well, you know, he wasn't studio doing this, doing that, it was like, guess what? Before Dame Dash was around Jay-Z, we all know the story. Jay-Z didn't pop off. Jay-Z was in the game. Jay-Z was with Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z didn't pop off.
No.
He popped off when you start seeing him around Dame Dash.
With that Harlem swag.
So
what is Irv talking about?
So Irv, and that's the problem. You start getting bags with other niggas and you start really being in rooms where you probably can really hearing Jay-Z saying like, I don't like the guy or something. And now you got batteries in your back to come out and speak. It's like, oh, it's okay to diss, you know, Dame Dash. It's cool to diss Dame Dash now because Hove gave me the green. Hove don't. I know for a fact Hove don't fuck with him, so my back can't get stopped disrespecting Dame Dash or taking a shot. If anything, it's like niggas who jump in on fights for other niggas beefs. Like they want to show the big dog, like I'm loyal, like I'm rocking with you, big homie. You see what I'm saying? Like, let me go ahead and knock this nigga out for you to show you I'm really down with the squad. Like, it ain't no confusion if you think me and the homie cool like that.
But the thing about with what he's saying is
because they really the same nigga, bro. But I mean, low key, I'll say this: Irv Gotti, they say, you know, he gets credit for like production, like so more. Irv Gotti was like, to me, like a Diddy Dame Dash. Irv Gotti was in between that.
Only thing I would say different about him and Dame, because Irv was actually working on the records.
Right. That's why I say like a Puffy. Like, I feel like you're like a Diddy.
He had that eye for talent. He found Lloyd, he found Ashanti, he found Ja. But with me, I'm thinking like, wasn't Dame the guy that you, Jay Prince, and him were supposed to start a distribution label? I thought that was your man. And even when
that's another clip we got there too.
Even when Jay-Z wasn't fucking with you, Dame was fucking with you. Dame was you and Dame was doing business up until the time where y'all had that fallout. Remember when Dame Dash was supposed to come direct the show on whatever that stupid show he had. I forgot what it was called. Tales. Yeah. And they fell out because Dame wanted to take the budget and do what Dame wanted to do with the budget. But even still, I just feel like Irv is one of them niggas like, yo, when he feel comfortable to kick you, just like you say, yo, I'm rolling with Jay now, so I feel like Dame really can't do nothing for me. He want to kick the nigga down.
And even when it's like, okay, well, you talk about Ja, Nelly, I mean, not Nelly, you talk about Ja Rule, Ashanti, and you know, like Charlie Baltimore and Lloyd, you sign them, you make Murder Inc., you cool, you running with Nas. Yeah, but that's, to me, same thing Dame Dash was doing in the early 2000s. To be honest, that's what I say. To me, he's kind of like the transit. He's kind of like a Diddy in a way where I feel like he was more musically inclined and musically EPing these artists that he was fucking with, right?
Yeah, a lot of niggas say Irv was still in Beach too, but I don't mention that.
But I'll say Irv also, the same time Dame Dash was signing niggas and getting Rockefeller popping, Irv Gotti was doing the same thing with Murder Inc. Like,
yeah,
they were kind of running around.
Dame Dash.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he was inclined kind of like Diddy and was able to sign hot artists in the late 90s, early 2000s, like Dame. So low key, Dame is still always a competitor to him. You know what I'm saying? And they both low key fell off at the same time. So low key, they both be low key fighting for the same spot. They always low key look corny, no matter what they say in hip hop interviews, because they always look like old niggas who got sour grapes because they didn't get put in position or they didn't keep their position. If you really look at it, Dame Dash and Irv Gotti really the same nigga in the eyes of the masses. If you want to keep it a buck, no matter how y'all lost y'all bag, kind of like Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? Before you went to jail, nobody fears you niggas. You niggas ain't got no shooters. If you're not Diddy, you're not Snoop, Dr. Dre, you're not one of these, top 5, top 10 niggas. Nobody want to hear your sour grapes. And I honestly think that Dame Dash gets more respect than Irv Gotti, for real.
Yeah, because Dame ain't running back trying to be up under a nigga nuts.
Exactly. And regardless of what Dame Dash got, Dame Dash is another nigga that always gonna keep his hand in your pocket. And that's what real hustlers do. You can take anything you want away. If I know how to turn a dollar, I'm gonna turn a dollar. You gotta respect nigga like Dame Dash, who always preaches ownership and shows and proves his shit. You may not watch it, but you don't see Dame Dash from around here broke.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
But I feel like any of them niggas, him, Fat Joe, Jim Jones, any of y'all niggas that had to run back to Jay-Z to try to get y'all shit back popping, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. If you were sitting around here wearing a Rock Nation hat and you was around popping when Rockefeller was popping, you need to be putting niggas on. You should be Rock Nation. Know what I'm saying? But I feel like you say, Irv just want to kick down. I think we can finish it up. Here we go.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know why you want to kick Dame though.
Great ride. It's a great ride. That's
a great ride. Niggas say anything.
Y'all said a great ride. Then we got the other one. I can
niggas say anything. That was unnecessary.
Oh, click to the last one I sent you. The one by the Charleston White clip.
Oh, Charleston White?
No. Click on the third Twitter link, the one over the Charleston White one.
I have to go on my phone.
All right, that's the one he's talking about when the Feds possibility that they targeted him due to his involvement with Suge Knight and Jay Prince when they was trying to form that music label situation. I think we all know about that because that was always like a rumor and niggas all scared to talk about it. And now they finally kind of, I guess, are just now speaking about it. Now the conspiracy that niggas used to bring up that you knew all foreigners supposed to get a distribution deal.
And I thought Jay-Z was the one that snitched on you.
Yeah, that's what everybody used to say. And then people be like, man, no, y'all playing, that ain't real. But now let's go ahead and watch it, dog.
I thought Jay-Z, how you riding Jay-Z nuts? I thought he was the one snitched on you.
And sure, we're going to create that movement, whatever it was going to become. Do you feel that that's part of why the Feds also came in on you?
Could have. I don't know for sure, but definitely could have because it was some powerful shit. We used to meet at the Demonetized.
Demonetized, I know that.
And Demonetized was like a popular hotel. And when people used to come in and see me, Suge, and Jay Prince, they was shocked.
Imagine.
But it wasn't. It was a union.
Like a SAG type of union you guys wanted to create?
Yeah. It was all Suge.
Really?
Suge is brilliant. So he was like, music artists deserve a union. He said, put up some money for them with an annuity, get their medical and dental. And he had the nigga who started the baseball union.
Yeah.
He was going to put it all together.
So it wasn't distribution. That's what we've heard a lot about.
See, I would have took that idea that y'all had, but I would have taken it from Chuck D. I just wasn't giving Suge my money. Like, I'm not, like, you know what I mean? Like, the union.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like it would be you guys would just prop it up and it would be its own entity.
Because we need that now. Chuck D is probably doing something similar to that. I don't know if
They're trying to do
music needs a union.
Yeah.
Now, Suge was like, we'll take 10% of whatever budget and just put it on their budget.
If Chuck D would have said that, it would have sounded so good.
But with Suge, it sounds like extortion.
What do you think's going on over here?
But no, but the 10% goes into the payment.
It goes to the union.
Right.
So if you have a budget, Nori has a budget with Def Jam of $1 million.
Yes.
So now it's $1.1 million.
Right.
Def Jam cuts 100,000 to
very
the
smart.
union, but Nori has to recoup 1.1.
No, that's fair.
Right, but now he gets the benefits of that extra, that 100,000.
Right, that's fair.
Not to mention unions has also been a racket also used by the mob forever.
Hey man,
I mean, I was like,
I'm with it. I'm from New York City, man.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm saying I'm just saying.
I was like, I wasn't mad that it never happened because I was like, it sounded like it's going to be too much money.
And a lot of eyes on you to
and
break it up.
niggas controlling it.
Could you, with this union, could you have stepped to Jay to get down with this? Or Jay would have been like, fuck
Jay
that.
would have had to get down.
Damn, it sounds very harsh, Gotti.
Yeah.
Jay would have got down because Jay would have seen the bigness of it. I think Jay would have got down.
Man, that is a lot, because if you really, been in hip hop conspiracies and things like that, this has been the story that's been out. The whispers about it probably a couple years after, all these things happened with Murder Inc., and the feds hit him. And the whole thing about Jay-Z, snitching and, going out, flying out on private island, why all these officers got hit at the same time, is something that's been said. The fact that where they asked him, and you hear Irv Gotti right now, is like, he would have had to get down. Like, it's bigger than Hov. Like, and that even gives it more of a credence. And then to even ask, out of all people, like, why are they asking about Jay-Z? How many other rappers are around at that time? You see what I'm trying to say? So them asking about Jay-Z in that situation kind of correlates to him being the one who dropped the dime on what they was trying to do before they can get it done.
Now, I thought Dame Dash was in there. I heard him say Jay Prince, Suge, and him. I thought they said Dame Dash was in it too.
Dame Dash was in it too, but I'm pretty sure like Irv ain't giving him no props, so they probably they probably said Dame Dash, but if you didn't watch all the interview, you probably didn't catch him being in the story. You know what I'm saying? But real shit, that's
a good idea. I imagine how many rappers probably be alive that died from health issues. Them old school rappers that really didn't get their money up. I feel you, because after you get that limelight, it's hard for you to go like work a regular job. So
yeah,
but I don't see why would that be a reason for the feds to run down though. People do that type of stuff all the time.
Because it was kind of a scared nigga statement he made where he was like, I'm not mad that it didn't happen because I was niggas controlling too much money. It's like, nigga, man, you sound real.
But see, that's probably what happened though, because niggas like, yo, I ain't give my money to no nigga.
Nah,
that's how niggas be.
No, but on some real, it's like that is something. And it was like, oh, and even when DJ FM was like, oh, the mafia uses unions all the time, but it's like, yo, okay, so if other people can use it to their benefit, to the preservation of the workers, why can't black people do it? If other cultures learn how to use unions for the embetterment of themselves and the culture that they're contributing to, why can't we do it? It sounded very reasonable. It sounded plausible. Like they had the nigga who did the baseball union. Like this sounds very legit. Good. It sounds good. But because it was Suge Knight, because it was these guys that they already investigating, they already want to take out a game. They can't let these niggas lock in no bi-coastal deal to sew up this shit forever.
Hundreds of millions.
Right.
And somebody said, Black McBain said Jay-Z presented Tidal as a musical union and scammed everybody. Was Tidal a musical union or was that
Tidal has the best payout of any streaming site.
Yeah, so they were just going to be getting a cut. No, it wasn't no union.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the details in Tidal, but
whoever artist invested in it was going to be a part owner in it. Though when he had Nicki on stage, Ye, and he had all them people on stage.
Yeah, some people probably sold the share, some people probably haven't. But really, with that's
the mafia control rap music now.
Yeah, and speaking on that statement, for them to have Suge, Irv, Dame, Jay Prince, all basically just sold up the whole game, especially around 2001, 2002, 2003, like around that time. All of them had enough clout in the game to make that happen and pull that off. That's why it was very observatory. You're right. It was observatory. If you peep, out of a lot of people, they asked, would Jay-Z be cool with it? Would he get down with it? It's like, if we would have got to the point we needed to get to, by the time we told Jay-Z, it wouldn't have been like we asked him to get down. We'd be like, this is what's going on now. Like he wasn't up enough in the game.
Yeah, he wasn't
to move around like how you think Hov need to move around now. So for them saying that, for them to bring him specifically to the conversation is on the level where it's like he would look like the nigga who would say something because like he had to get down. And that would have changed how he felt about the whole shit. You know?
Yeah, man. We got another clip here.
Yeah, drop the link to the show. Gift and Curse, she about to hop on.
And I always thought like, yo, why they say distribution if it was going to be a union? Something ain't right about that. I'm thinking it still was a distribution deal. To be honest, bro, I still think it was a distribution deal.
You think it was a distro deal?
Yeah, I still think it was a distribution because what he's saying sound good now, but I don't know.
Now, I agree. I think it probably was, and now that time has passed and that's kind of been legitimized, he probably like cooling back off it a little bit. Like, I don't want to really
rock the boat again on what it really was.
And now y'all going back into it, and now the feds back on because he know why the feds came after him. So he's like, I'm not about to.
Yeah, because that don't sound. I don't see why would the feds get on that. You trying to get rappers health care? That's not nothing. That's people do that on the job every day. I just don't see that being no problem with the feds finna come run down. But hey, I don't know.
Yeah, but when you trying to take a pie out of my shit.
Not on record label, they probably could have snitched on the record label. Probably like, I ain't paying a motherfucker. I supposed to pay him $1 million budget. And you talk about I need to pay y'all $1.1 million for the union. They probably just looked at that as like, yo, that nigga should trying to put an alternate finesse on us. We gonna try to get this nigga on some type of sticker. What they call it? Some type of blackmail charges or something.
I mean, all of them apparently got hit with charges around the same time. Now, their office got raided and everything. We got one more clip too, the DMX.
Yeah, but you know, dang, Irvin was dealing with them niggas who was moving weight too. Preem and that was one of the reasons why they got hit up.
Yeah, that is.
He was doing business with Preem. That's what I heard. I didn't hear nothing about no distribution. Now I don't know why Rap-A-Lot got hit up, but I think it had something to do with him, like what they call that shit when the mafia do it.
Rico?
No, when you try to get money off the people's business and you don't own it.
Oh, extortion.
Extortion, yeah. That's why Jay Prince and them probably would get hit up for extortion.
Yeah, man. So this is another one of one of a Dame Dad, another Irv Gotti explosive highlighted statement he made on Drink Champs. Here we go.
When I seen the video of Dame was going off on a nigga on the podcast.
Tupac or DMX?
Pac.
Pac?
I just explained to y'all.
You can't go to Yonkers no more.
Hey, I just explained to y'all that Pac is.
And you never met him, you said, right?
Never met
That's wild.
Wow.
But Pac to me is something else.
Right.
And you always liked Pac though? Always. Like even when the first album.
Always. I remember when DMX, when I was first doing DMX, I used to tell BJ, I said, this nigga's like Pac. And BJ is a super Pac fan. He's like, nigga, fuck that.
Damn.
He was like, that nigga's not Pac. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
And I was like, this nigga's like Pac, which he is, but there's no Pac.
Right.
There's just.
I agree with everything you said. He's like Pac, but there's no Pac.
There's no Pac.
Yeah.
And there's no DMX.
Yeah, there's no DMX neither though. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
He was riding in the limo. He seen some white dudes beating up some black dudes. He jumps out. Yo, get the fuck off him, whatever. They pull a gun out on him. That should have been the end of the night. These niggas got pistols. Thing. He goes back to the limo. Man, give me my gun.
It was a Black Panther shit.
And blast them.
They have to be police. It was
Yeah, that's what he got off on. He beat that case.
Yeah, he beat that.
No one's Pac. I don't know no rapper that's doing that.
But DMX rhymed with his jaw locked.
That's what's wild too.
Yeah, with his jaw locked. He was through the wire before Kanye was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with what Marcy said. It don't seem like she all there. It seems like something off. I don't think it's just because he not drinking, bro.
Nah, I think he chilling, man. I think
he kind of twitching and he answering questions hella fucking slow. Like,
you think so? I think he just chilling.
Yes, he seems like he's either bored, he don't want to be there, or he just like got something else going on with him. That's not the same Irv I done seen before. Irv is usually smiling, he's touching people, he's yelling. He's more like, he don't seem like Irv. I've been watching Irv for the better part of 20 years, bro. That don't seem like Irv at all.
Well, what do you think about the Tupac statement?
Yo, of course, man. Tupac have no misses, bro. That's what people got to understand. Tupac never put out an album that was trash when he was alive. And ain't no album come out after he died that was trash, right?
Right. I sent you one more clip. This is the one we talks about Nas. This is the best one right here. And this shit is funny because like you can kind of see why Nas is Nas.
But
and Irv is Irv, to be honest.
What's your face got a couple misses, bro?
Who? DMX?
Yeah. Especially toward the end of his career.
I mean, yeah, everybody's not gonna be hot towards it. DMX is a nigga. If he didn't really get involved in the drugs and everything, he could have went out on top. Kind of like he could have just been another nigga who had his run and could have just.
You don't think nigga would have got tired of his style?
No, they did. I'm saying he had his run. If he didn't get into like the off the mic shit, he would have just had a more polished looking career. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his legal trouble, like Bobby Brown. Like if you just would stay out of trouble, people would look better upon your career. People would low key look at your low light. But here we go.
I feel like he just lost his talent.
This is this what we're about to watch here. So I can give you guys a little explanation. This Irv Gotti talking about Nas was afraid of getting killed. He said that he lost Nas, like to sign him to Murder Inc. and kind of keep Nas around. He said he knew he lost him when he tried to persuade him to ride around the hood in Baltimore and eat fried chicken on the block.
And I'm gonna speed Irv up a little bit because he got getting slow.
So like nigga,
crack out to the studio, guys.
Yeah.
And this is when we was high.
Yeah.
I'm high as fuck.
Exceed out.
Out. Right?
Yes.
Exceed out. And I'm sitting there.
Ecstasy
I
out.
used to like this. I'm like, you got them dicks, let me get one.
Grinding my teeth. Right? So I'm telling motherfuckers.
You missed out, nigga.
I'm telling Nas, nigga, I said, we're gonna get 3 tour buses. We're gonna rap you, Ja, Ashanti. And I said, we're gonna hitch a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, a Bentley to the back of the tour bus. This is when he was like, okay, I'm not fucking with these niggas. And I said, yo, we hit Baltimore, right? So we got the show in Baltimore tonight. Before we go to the show, we're gonna hit the hood. And I said, we're gonna ride through. Because I was like, yo, hood niggas is gonna go crazy. Imagine, nigga, me, Nas, Ja, fucking Ashanti. And we pulling up in Rolls Royces and eating fried chicken in the hood.
Well, everywhere in Baltimore's a hood.
Right, but that's a moment.
Yeah, you just walk outside your hotel.
Anyone who gets a glimpse of that is never forgetting that.
Right, it's true. Changed almost.
So Nas was like, yo, I hear you, but
damn, you sound just like him right now.
he was like, no, I hear you, but what if we get killed being in the hood like that? This is when I lost. I said, if we get killed, I said, then we martyrs, nigga.
Yeah, you'd have lost me too. Yeah, that's
I said, yo, then we martyrs, nigga. And the
because martyrs mean like blow yourself up, right?
No, martyrs means you die. You die.
Yeah. You were scared me too. Yeah. And you was on ecstasy at the time. Yeah,
that sounds like
you probably meant it too. You was like,
ecstasy, death wish.
Let's just die.
I was like,
but blow me up first. Give me the glow sticks.
Nigga, what I was talking about would have been some once in a lifetime legendary shit.
Right. No, that's it.
Just imagine for 1 second you pull up in Miami and we in Dade County or we in, you know what I'm saying, Opalaka or whatever, eating some fucking po' boy or some shit like that. And it's Nas, Rule, Ashanti, Gotti, and niggas, we got fucking Rolls Royces. And not only that, but we at the arena tonight. Niggas, I was just trying to do something that's never been done before. And I said, yo, we gonna have security. It's gonna be 50 niggas. Niggas wanna get nasty, we get nasty. So this nigga was looking, yeah, I lost him.
All right.
I was like, then we martyrs, nigga.
All right.
And the nigga Rule backing me up. He Rule smoking a blunt. He said, hell yeah, fuck that. Yeah, Rule was with me 1,000%. He was like, nigga, fuck death.
All right.
We ain't even worried about that. That's when I lost him.
Yeah.
You was about to send Nas on the dummy mission to get Nipsey hustled. R.I.P. to eat fried chicken in the Baltimore hood. Like, listen, there's a lot of places in America you really shouldn't be at flexing and flossing, right? And Baltimore, especially, we were probably talking about 2002 or something. Them niggas in Baltimore would have shot y'all shit up, man. Just off the strength. Like, y'all think y'all can come to the hood and eat fried chicken. Like it's all good. Like, we running that. We taking all that. Come on, man. That is disrespectful. That's Killer. Well, how are you this afternoon? You in the building?
I miss you, Jay.
Hey man, I miss you too. We it's been like what a month and some change since we collabed. We got a full live chat. House salute Black and Bane, salute to Ronnie in the building, salute to both factions, salute to Marcy's in the building.
I've been through hell since our last collab. I said
Hey,
we were going to have some ice cream and niggas lost their motherfucking mind.
hey, listen, hey man, shit's crazy out here. The summer heat got niggas acting crazy. Hey,
what's good?
salute.
What's good? Salute
We
to your
good.
chat. Shout out to
Yeah,
you.
we got
Worked it out to where you on my show right now too. So say hey to everybody. Hey y'all.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? Yeah,
Hey,
we got a
coming on. Shout out to you too.
What's up? I'm in the building, doing what I do best I
Peace,
can do.
beloved. Peace.
Matter of fact, I put us all on the screen now.
Yeah, and Killer, I want to know, and salute the Las Vegas Sports Talk. Yeah, Be More is no joke. Be More is crazy. What do you think about what Irv Gotti was trying to convince some niggas to do? Like, what is your mindset on that situation? If you was Nas,
I'm more interested to know what his mindset is now because I want to, I get deep, and I feel like they was so inebriated and off them pills that in that moment they felt exactly what they were saying. They meant that shit.
yeah. And I think, Nas is a really deep intellectual thinking ass nigga. Nas is one of these reading niggas, So I think Nas had a come to Jesus moment sitting in that Astro van it was probably in. Ja Rule smoking the woolies in the back allegedly. They all on the triple stacks with the Bobby Brown jaw. And this nigga talking about we about to go eat fried chicken in the hood and Rolls Royces, nigga. And if we die, we gonna be martyrs. And he's thinking like,
you said fucking Bobby Brown jaw. Tell these people to stop ignoring people with the Bobby Brown jaw. Y'all gotta know that is exactly what it is. You understand?
Low key, his jaw low key. It's funny when he was started. I think Marcy called it out when they start making ecstasy references. You see him like moving his jaw, like re-interacting the high, like that's some recovering addict shit or some shit. I'm about to get this shit when you get off camera, or I'm on it now.
They was popping them shits like gummy bears.
Yeah, of course.
That nigga Ja Rule had so many songs about ecstasy, boy.
He loved that shit. I question whether
allegedly
indulge now.
Nah, he loved it. Hey, I know what Nas was thinking.
What do you think Nas was thinking on that part?
Nas was just, you got to think, this was when Ja Rule and Irv came in the game. So this had to be the early 2000s.
Yeah, you remember that song? You remember that Pop?
Yeah, Pledge.
Yeah, that Pledge. Yeah.
So Nas, this had to be like 2003. You dealing with a Nas that made it through the 90s, right? Nas been rapping since what, 91, 93?
Yeah, 91, 92, 90. Yeah.
So you think this nigga 10 years in the game finna go on a dummy mission with these silly niggas? After I done made it through the 90s, I done seen Big get took out of here, Pop get took out of here. You think I'm finna run and do a dummy mission with y'all niggas?
And y'all niggas affiliate with Supreme?
Come on, man.
And them niggas, and now you tell me about to go to goddamn Baltimore.
That Nas turned.
He probably heard in the hood. 50 got shot 9 times.
He started telling niggas, "Look, I'm trying to go to Africa," type shit. Like y'all niggas is wilding. That's where that Sophia character came from in Belly. Like you bugging.
Can a bunch? I mean, listen. You are my upstate You're my tri-state correspondent. Can a group of Queens niggas go to the Baltimore hood and eat chicken and fish on the block? I don't know.
I doubt it.
When they are who they are, they can. Because them
now
is dick riders. So if you think about it, he said they had Ashanti. That was when they was all of them were at the height of everything, and at that moment he was really eating off Ashanti, right? They had dubbed her the princess of R&B type shit. So yeah, absolutely.
He said the entire album
out there.
Yeah, on some real, the entire Pain is Love. Yeah, that is.
They had the ecstasy song with Missy Elliott and Tweet, nigga. That shit was so raw.
Listen, And then when you think about the songs they really was dropping, they probably had the best time. They probably had the most fun on ecstasy out of any nigga in that era. Like real shit. I ain't gonna like niggas say Rick James and cocaine in the 80s. Like nobody had more fun with cocaine than Rick James in the 80s. Ecstasy, you probably gotta get out to the Murder Inc. camp.
Nigga, I was 10 years old.
The quality in the music production and their affinity for the drugs they were on while they created the music, I would say that in Lil Wayne's lean era. Certain times drugs do make the music better.
Yeah,
I think we can agree on that as a unit.
I can't agree on shit, nigga. I smoke weed. You don't need nothing more than weed. I ain't fucking endorsing.
This ain't no LinkedIn interview. We talking about other niggas doing drugs for our entertainment. This ain't no interview. Hey, listen, if somebody needs to get they need a little bump up, they need a little pick me up to hit these vocals, or what I'm saying, to write this bar. That's what the A&R is for. That's what the runners is for. Let's get this speedball. You know what I'm saying? Let
me tell you what my speedball is. Fucking iced coffee and weed.
Ooh, I used to like hot coffee and weed, but that was my shit too. That shit get you right to the bathroom though.
Fucking kidding me? Oh goodness. Well, not me. Jesus Christ, J-Tug. You got a little irritable bowel syndrome going on?
Stop acting like you don't be on that toilet.
Listen, we diverting from the situation. I think the bottom line to wrap up that, since we talked before we go to Charleston White and TK Kirkland fallout over the comedy shows, Nas is in the game for a long time because he's not going to put himself in dummy mission situations. And I think Irv Gotti, as cool as that sounds, if they would have did that too, they're all at the top of their game. That sounds dope. That sounds cool. But niggas gonna do nigga shit. And I don't think that of course that it could be, we can be in the hood showing love. We could have came to the
was just in Queens this past weekend. No lie. It's well documented. In front of the hood bodega sitting smoking his weed.
Who?
Nas.
Yeah, in the bodega in New York, right?
He was in Queensbridge. Where he from?
Yeah, he can do that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You asked me, could they go to Baltimore and do it? Why not? You think what you thought was going to happen when they were who they were? They could go do that shit now, and ain't nothing going to happen soon.
I think that niggas, hating ass niggas, is everywhere, and I think niggas would have ran down on them niggas just off the strength that y'all niggas ain't even from Baltimore, and y'all out here eating chicken and fish on a block like y'all got it like that, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you donate it to the big homie in the hood, nigga. The big homie ain't keep that bread to us. You ain't eating this chicken, nigga. Fa. Now the Bentley window shot out. Ashanti done took one in the thigh. Now we gotta cancel the show.
My lord,
that's what the shit went down. That's what's going on. Nas knew what time it was. Niggas is gonna get clapped out here eating chicken and fish out on the block in Baltimore in the summer of 2002. Niggas is starving. Let's play this Charleston White clip, man. Niggas need a nigga wake up call, man.
Well,
OGs robbing OGs, man.
Well, Charleston White was on tour with TK Kirkland. They fell out because Charleston White felt like he was getting robbed. TK Kirkland was, trying to mentor Charleston White into the comedy game. We did a pre-recorded video about this, and I'll tell you what I think, and we'll fill everybody out. Here we go.
With TK Kirkland. I quit. Yeah, I quit the Live Nation tour. Live Nation don't know I heard the manager of the comedy club, the Comedy Zone, said the tickets wasn't moving too good. When we put Charleston White name on the venue, the tickets sold out immediately. They added 3 more shows. I done 5 shows, 3 days, 1 city, and didn't get a penny. I want to say TK Kirkland cashed out me $250 that Monday for 5 shows. But I'm gonna go along because I like playing dumb so I can learn. So I do the 5 shows. TK Kirkland try to make it seem like what he said, something like, well, he ain't good enough to do a headline. I'm saying, man, I done headline 20-some shows. But I just let him talk. I don't want to steal his thunder. So we go to Las Vegas. TK Kirk say, hey, man, you know how we do it. I'm gonna make sure you get your money. I ain't get that check. So we go to San Diego. Kill it there. I see everybody get paid except me. Here go yours right here. I opened that motherfucker up. It's $750. This is what broke my heart, homie, because I was kind of looking at TK.
You want a lot?
That's about right, bro. That is about right. You got to think. when I seen Charleston White in Jacksonville, Charleston White did 5 minutes, bro. That means you made $750 in probably about less than an hour, bro.
But he didn't even get paid $750. He got paid $250.
No, he said he got a check for $750 though. That's probably what they were gonna pay him per show was $750. That was probably his pay. That's right pay, bro. You doing 5-minute sets, bro. 5 minutes of talking, $750. Now they probably had him at like $50 for 5 minutes. That's how much comedy pay, bro. To be honest, if TK Kirkland say he do a show, he gonna come to Jacksonville, right? If he sell out, he might leave Jacksonville with $25,000, but he got to do 4 nights, 2 shows a night. That's 8 shows. That's not a lot of money once you divide 8 shows off into, and sometimes you may have to do like he said, they add more shows, so you may have to do like 12 shows, and you may only get like 20,000 for that weekend. It's not a lot of money in comedy club. That's why most comedians like to do theaters or arenas if you get to that level, because then when you do an arena tour, you could probably make about 100,000 that night. You know what I mean? Right. But with comedy clubs, they only charging depending on the seat. You get a seat in the front, you might pay 50. If you get a seat at the bar or something, you might pay $20.
It's not that much money going around.
It's not that much money. Then you know the comedy club trying to make money off the liquor, and like you say, gross and net. I feel like he was getting paid right. He just didn't understand the business. Now, I said earlier he shouldn't have went on the tour because he could get more by himself.
Right.
Why go on a tour with TK Kirkland when you could headline your own tour? It's not about you being funny. People just want to hear you talk. Tasha K do stand up. She's not on tour with Monique. She on tour by herself selling out theaters in Miami. So
Tasha K selling out theaters doing comedy in Miami?
Yes.
Says who? Where you got that from?
You ain't know Tasha K be promoting shows?
My Norman, can we look into that, please? Go and fact check this and see where she be doing her shows at and why Barty is not garnishing them checks. I'm about to find out, child. Find out when her last show was.
Yeah, and Shakira, I'm with you. Like, the whole interview, he did break it down more of to me.
Oh, thank you, Norman. I forgot, Jay. This is why I hit you up. I couldn't remember. I had to ask behind the scenes why I even thought to hit you up. I wanted to ask you, what were your thoughts on straight men actors playing gay parts? Do you think that it is possible for a straight man to play a gay role?
What entails the gay role? Do you just have to have gay mannerisms?
Okay, I'll give you. We were actually talking about Michael K. Williams, drug dealer, getting sentenced to the 10 years serving him the fentanyl, and I mean, he had to be a little bit of bisexual, in my opinion. And I just wanted a straight man.
As a straight man, this is how I feel, right? If I have to just take on gay mannerisms for a role, that's one thing. If I have to do physically gay acts in this gay role, then that's crossing the line. I mean, I don't think the guys on Living Color were gay when they were doing the the gay movie segment. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, is it? Right. But what I'm saying is, like, me seeing them do that didn't make me think they were gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or but Will Smith doing 6 degrees separation, that's gay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes. If you were just acting gay, that's different from you doing a gay set scene.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
be all up in the man's face.
Right. So when these scenes were going down with Omar on The Wire, he was, sexual with these men. I personally feel like in order for a straight man who claims he's straight, to be able to do this, has to be a little bit of bisexual.
I agree
probably.
with you.
I agree, because I don't think there's I'm not doing that.
because I know for a fact them niggas on the wire weren't getting paid nothing. So
niggas said
no, I just saw a video. I just saw an interview. Michael B. Jordan talk about he still had to get a job after he left the wire.
Not you was selling ass for cheap.
Yeah, so if you in there acting gay for the low, like yeah, you don't mind.
But then you also got to keep in mind that Michael B. Jordan was a supporting role, right? He wasn't one of the main stars.
None of them was a main character in that show.
There wasn't a lot
Yeah,
of
to be honest, yeah,
they kept it like that.
Yeah, even season 2 ain't even got nothing to do with like the show for real. I mean, it do, but it ain't got nothing to do with like
season, ain't it? The worst season of The Wire is season 2. Everybody
think
can
it's the worst season, but really it's setting you up for the political. It's like season 2 is low-key kind of like you like the higher up and like how everything like how the lights get cut on and cut off and then they
trickle
come
down
back.
effects.
Exactly. So you can always have a full scope mindset when you're watching it for the rest of the seasons. It's kind of like it's cool to me because it is boring on the surface, but it adds a lot of depth to the meaning of the show. So I do agree. It is boring if you're not really giving it a fuck about it. But but back to what you were saying that, like I said, if you're on some Z Snap hated it, you're doing a comedic role or Medea's not a gay role. Mrs. Doubtfire is not a gay role to me. These aren't gay roles. Gay roles are you are playing a homosexual man.
Right.
That is one thing.
Have you ever seen? I think it was it was called I Love Philip something.
No.
With Jim Carrey.
No. This is not even me trolling, but nah.
But he did a movie where he played a gay role and he had to do a whole bunch of
any
gay
movie
shit.
that I've seen a nigga be gay in was most likely by accident, like to keep it 1,000. Like I never like watched like even the first time I seen Holiday Heart, I didn't know what the fuck I was watching because it was like we were sitting around watching it like as a family.
You saw a nigga in a wig.
I'm like, is this the same nigga from
Baby Boy?
Oh no, I don't even think I seen Baby Boy at that point. But it was just like, yo, what the fuck is this? But Holiday Heart's a crazy ass movie though.
Yeah, that was a good BET movie for that time.
That's
but it depends on how much
girl with the bike. That was the funniest part.
Yeah, it depends on how much the role pay, man.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
No, it don't. To me, it's what's that role is. If you're sitting there, like I said before, if you're just talking like with a lisp and like switching, acting gay for a role, whatever, I don't think you're gay.
Not me either.
But if you are actively doing gay acts on the screen to authenticate your gayness as a character, bro, you're gay, dog. You're gay. That's just like when porn niggas got, are we doing gay for pay or something, or when niggas in prison, like I'm gay for this day, like all that is gay. You can't just go in and out of that for a bag. That's just what I think to answer your question.
Okay, so I do have a few more things that I would love to get into with you. Okay, first of all, what are your thoughts on Sexy Red?
She a degenerate.
A government plant sent to drive the rest of the black woman's mind.
She just the last potion to take y'all black women under. Yep, last little
and y'all rocking with it because it's.
Who the fuck is y'all?
I'm not saying y'all. Listen,
I'm saying y'all.
When I say y'all, I'm not even saying y'all as women. No. When I say y'all, I'm not even saying y'all as women.
I'm saying y'all as black women.
I'm not even saying y'all as women or black women. I'm saying
y'all.
Hold on, finish. I'm saying y'all as black. I'm saying y'all as in the people who support her. You may not be in the people who support her. So when I say y'all, I'm talking about her supporters. That anybody can be one of her supporters. What I'm saying is people who support that in the Sukihana stuff and all this ratchet behavior is exactly what we don't need to be putting out in imagery and portraying. And if for the very least, we don't need to be showing that this is some type of artistry. Sexy Red is the same reason why a lot of your A&Rs are searching for Hispanic acts and Afrobeat acts, because they don't want to find some regional hit that went viral and they don't know how to monetize or market because this music is just some degenerate bullshit. You're lowering the quality of the door to get into rap, and now you're lowering the bag. What are you saying?
Have you heard this song that the guy made against her?
Who?
No.
I gotta send you the story. So there's a rapper who claims that she stole his song. so he went and made a whole song about it. I think you'd like it. I actually think you'd like to play it during the show. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, but I'm not playing. You know, we don't play music on this show because I don't need.
It's just a clip of the song. It's not like the full music video, but it's just like a clip where he said, basically he was like, y'all see sexy, I see Jeffrey.
Are they trying to say she a trans?
No, they trying to say she look like Young Thug.
Oh yeah. But listen, I thought, what happened to all the other talented black women that can't get on, that do what they do better than Sexy Red? Like, how did she just get pulled?
I'll tell you this
because
you go to the labels, and I know this personally, and I ain't putting none of my business out there, but I'll tell you this.
So she looked disgusting.
When you going to having these meetings with these demons, because that's really what they are, they don't want, you can have a catalog full of great music. I mean, hit songs, and you feel in your spirit is a hit. You know in your spirit is a hit. But if it is not aligning with their agenda that they're trying to push right now, you're not going to see any music of substance, any classic, anything that has any longevity. None of that. We're not going to see that for a while.
I don't believe that, because I believe like they gonna push what they know people are gonna listen to.
In
they
the
know black
mainstream,
people,
you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it.
Black people, we got such a low vibration till they know that they can get Sexy Red off on us, and it's no be no pushback. Anytime I say something about Sexy Red in front of women, they act like I done talked about goddamn Jesus Christ.
I think the thing with Sakir is saying too, that Sexy Red been popping on TikTok for years. Like I remember she made the song to that Alyssa Carlson, that "Walking My Way Downtown." Like,
but why she didn't get kicked off TikTok and Fresh and Fit did?
Because
YouTube.
That's a whole nother topic. You making music is different. What she did, like Sexy Red, was kind of viral. It just Pound Town was a song that kind of took it over the top. She had a little niche audience. She had her own little, not real emotion, but she had her own shit going on. She wasn't just somebody who randomly made a song. This is one of her first songs and popped off.
Right.
But the issue with it is that
she's down with pushing the agenda, what they want to push out. Because you got to understand, the targeted audience are children.
Yeah.
It's not.
But look, but you know what else? I don't like Coley Ray. Like, she doesn't make any fire music. Like, she makes TikTok BS music.
I like Coley Ray. She's very talented.
Yeah, I think she is talented. I like the shit she used to make. I like her old shit before she got whatever deal she got.
I think she's actually, in my opinion, she ahead of her time.
Man, I don't
know about all.
I've had the pleasure of hearing Coyle Ray songs that people haven't heard, and I think she's fucking out of here.
Yeah, I was an early supporter of her, and I just feel like her song selection, maybe the shit she be pushing, a lot of the shit she dropped, I feel like her songs don't hit the same as she used to. I think it used to be way more original than what she is.
Conform to what her label wants her to do now.
Of course, but to somebody who I feel like I was watching Coley Ray's artistry early on, we only had maybe 5-6 songs on YouTube for real.
Right.
I go back that far. Like, you couldn't find a Coley Ray song on Apple Music or stream. Like, our shit was on SoundCloud type shit. So to hearing kind of like the real authentic artistry kind of being stripped from her sound, and her got to do this little popcorn shit, is like.
But what's her sound?
Her sound was what she with Killer's saying. I would agree. Her sound, like, I've heard shit where it's been like fire.
Trippie Redd responsible for that sound that you liked it.
You know, I heard the other day whispers of Dej Loaf liking someone's post about Coyle Ray, saying Coyle Ray stole her style, and I think that she's delusional with that, because I don't.
Salute to Mark Anthony in the building from the UK, man. Salute to Mark Anthony.
And Mark, what's going on, big player?
From the UK, yes. Salute to Star, of course.
Salute to the old man OG.
Yeah, we got Mark Anthony.
Yeah, but what do y'all think about that? Because Dej Loaf was very confused when she came out, and everybody thought she was a young man. So
I thought Dej Loaf was kind of fine when she came out.
And no, I think niggas fuck Dej Loaf. I think Dej
when
Loaf.
you heard "Try Me" before seeing her, you thought it was a female?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
It sounds like either a female or a really young kid, really young man.
Dej Loaf had a decent wave.
Yeah, Dej Loaf fell off because she never dropped her debut album.
She fell off because they didn't market her. Nobody knew she was a good one.
No, like Try Me, all those shit, bro. She went like 2-3 years before like a project like dropped.
What about that project she had with Future on it? That was like an album. Hey there, hey there.
That
shit was raw,
bro. That was a single. Like that wasn't on an official album.
And did she have something? Did she drop something with Jacquees? Man, we're in the club.
That was just a single. I think that was on Jacquees.
She had a wave.
She had a wave, but she never capitalized off of any albums. And
albums weren't popular then. You got to think it was all about.
They tried to do too many gimmicks with her. They tried to put her with Dirk. We knew her and Dirk wasn't a real couple. It was just too much gimmick stuff going on.
Yeah, it wasn't enough music dropping. Right, and you say that, but no, debut albums, especially at that time, it really did matter. It wasn't like that was actually, to be honest, that was low key one of the worst times to be trying to drop quote unquote mixtapes as new artists because they were getting out of that time. And on some real, you look at a Rich Homie, you look at a few other artists like a Kurt Cobain who had Drink in My Cup and waited 2-3 albums to drop. 2-3 years to drop a debut album. When you were younger,
everybody thought you can't compare him. We thought he was Drake. I thought he was Drake.
What? Kurt Cobain, right? He came in with that. His whole flow was like what things were about to be, but because you didn't drop a debut album in the mixtape game,
you gotta understand. I'm giving you perspective to people who see at the time. Allegedly, I was getting a lot of money upstate New York. I wasn't watching videos and all of that. This is you going to the gas station to get gas. You see they got the hottest mixtape out from the local DJ or whoever it is, right? You grab the CD, you playing it, you hearing these songs. You don't have these faces in front of you. So a lot of people, I'm speaking for a lot of people back then who didn't know that wasn't Drake. You know, this shit is coming on a mixtape. It's coming on, you singing along. It sound like Drake. You assuming it's Drake, and then you find out it's not Drake. You ain't interested no more. That's really what happened to him.
I'm gonna keep you a buck. I remember when T-Pain first came out, we didn't think he looked nothing like how he sounded.
Hell no, I was highly disappointed.
Why? Because he was dark skinned?
No, I like a chocolate. See, y'all got complexes. You gotta relax. I like a chocolate man. He just looked like I don't know. They like he just looked like something, and I'm like, I don't know.
He just didn't. It's just like a lot of artists. Like
he wasn't sexy. Like sex appeal.
You would have Drake. People didn't think Drake looked like Drake when they seen him. When they seen like that was Drake, they're like, yo, what the fuck? This guy's the next guy. Like some people like his music before they actually seen him, and then when they seen him, they had to compromise. Like 6ix9ine, another person.
Not the ladies. You speaking for the men, because not the ladies. We was with all the smoke with Drake. Now we can't stand Drake. See, Drake is very much trying to push the agenda, in my opinion, that the higher uppers are trying to push. So he's, but and then I hear whispers that people feel like he's coming out and finally being his authentic self. Now I don't know, because I never wanted to pull that gay jacket on him just because he was in touch with his emotions, right? I like a emotional man, but not too emotional. The fuck, but not the ladies. Drake was giving what he was supposed to give. You got to understand. We was comparing him to Wayne. He what? He was everything. Nobody want to see that gremlin.
Yeah, I just think that on some real, when we brought up a Dej Loaf, and I don't even know why I think you brought it. Yeah, Sexy Red. A lot of these girls ain't gonna pop off because they don't really have like real artistry. They don't really have a real team. Like we look at the Lottos, or we look at the Doja Cats, and some of the girls who have been able to find and sustain success. They got with popping ghostwriters. They've sold sex, got the body that's gonna be palatable to the game, and went in just like the city girls. Either you gonna sell yourself out and play the game and have some real talent behind the game, or get around somebody who's willing to write real talented records for you in the game, or half-ass it, or try to pick and choose when you want to play the morality clause and end out losing out on your spot. On top of the fact that when Dej Loaf came in the game, it wasn't a lot of roles for women in hip hop the way it is now. So it's like, yeah, she came in, but I don't remember her and Nicki Minaj like doing no track together.
Yeah, it wasn't really
Nicki
the
wasn't
vibe.
letting nobody do shit.
Now, women don't understand what it takes to be successful in hip hop, bro.
I think they do now.
No, because listen, what women you know who have a good kid, Mad
Every
City?
woman, though, you can't.
Women don't need a good kid, Mad.
You do need a good kid, Mad City.
Guess what? To a woman, the equivalent to that,
not
is,
Lauryn Hill.
No, but the equivalent
Hill
to,
got one.
But the equivalent to a good kid, Mad City in this generation's was Cardi B's last album. I don't think it's a good kid, Mad City. I'm not saying it's that on that level, but as far as the album, for singles, accolades, commercial success, and something that she hasn't been. Listen, she hasn't dropped an album since, and she's still relevant and on top. You can say that's the female good kid, Mad City, that every girl in hip hop is trying to make, because you can make one of those. You can sit back for the next 5 years like Cardi B and collect checks for all the singles and movie licensings you're going to be cutting out.
Yeah, but Cardi B had a different type of wave. I'm talking about just that music where your fans can resonate with you. They can identify with you. You got some music that touch somebody's soul. See, this music that we hear these days is soulless.
Hey,
so these music ain't touching nobody.
What Shakira just said, I was mad as hell when I found 6ix9ine really was how he looked. I did too. I heard 6ix9ine. I heard 1469. No, because real shit, Trippie Redd got this song called 1469 Poles, and it came out before like Gummo or any of them songs came out from 6ix9ine. So we didn't know what he really looked like. We just heard a nigga coming on here screwing the energy. That was like my favorite verse. I'm like, yo, whoever this nigga is, he's about to change the game with this like script. Like he's bringing that Onyx shit back.
And he
like,
did.
And when I seen him, I'm like, this the rainbow meme kid? Because he was a meme before we even heard him on music, bro. Literally, he was like a meme that was like, this is what's wrong with the game. But yeah, and Cardi B is irrelevant. But like I said before, you're not gonna get a miseducational Lauryn Hill in 2023 from any female rapper. Rhapsody probably didn't give you that, but nobody's gonna listen to her. You probably have other females who drop that. So what I'm saying is, in today's time, the closest you're gonna get to a female's version of Good Kid, Mad City is Cardi B's last album, which was her first album. Anything outside of that ain't even touching it. What, Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday?
Nah, Roman Reloaded with Nicki Minaj classic right there.
Yeah, pick her best classic, and that's your bar. That's the standard you're trying to set. I don't see any I don't see any of these hip hop girls selling 100,000 copies first week. Not Lotto.
She said, I feel like female MC should have to take a crash course in the mothers of the game, like MC Shamrock, Queen Latifah, and Light. Please.
No, I think it's like, no, because they had this female hip hop documentary on Netflix. I think they do have a sisterhood of like women in hip hop who want to be a part of that, like who want to like, you know, be with Queen Latifah and MC Light and like reach out to them, because you know they got these they got award shows, and you know the industry's small. So I think once you in the game, you in the game. Like the Lola Brooks, you know, even the girls in the game. If you in there, MC Light, all these girls, they be in the same spots. If you want to walk up to them and have them put their arm around you and get in the game that way, I think that door is always open. Now, there is some female artists, they say maybe Eve, maybe Trina, maybe Nicki Minaj, maybe Foxy Brown, who are maybe more prickly than others and was like, hey, fuck y'all hoes, I'm about to, you know, ride my wave. And now they are kind of on the outs. If you look at accolades and events, and they kind of don't get recognized like the ones who do get in that group of sisterhood, if you look at it. So Marcy, I agree. I think female MCs do get into that, you know, lane, and some females opt not to get into that lane.
Let me see if I can see your chat, child.
Y'all females is really.
But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think, Killer? Do you think? What do you think about
sleep over there? What the fuck going on? Shout out to everybody in your chat though.
Yeah, hey Mark, what do you think about what Marcy said about how female hip hop, like some of the female rappers of today, do you think they do reach back and kind of link with the female rappers of the past? And what do you think about how some of the ones who you don't see with Queen Latifah and MC Light and any of them?
They don't go back that far, bro.
No, I think a lot of them do. I think a lot of them do go back that far. I mean, some of them have done like renditions of each other's songs and like had to bring like the new school females to rap them and shit, like the City Girls and shit. What I'm saying is, do you think they do have some type of connection? Or you think that shit is just like, hey, it ain't no sisterhood. If I'm in the game, I'm in the game. Kind of how Nicki Minaj, Foxy Brown kind of came in. Like, I ain't dapping you hoes up. I ain't bring you hoes along. What's your thoughts on that?
On whether or not they should get with the older.
Like, you think there's a sisterhood in hip hop? Do you think
There is amongst the ones who, originated it, but if we talking like the Foxy and Missy and all of that era, no. But when you talking about Light in them, like from when my mama days, like Salt and Pepper and all of them, yeah, they have one. Moni Love, Lady of Rage, all of them, they have what seems to be a tight sisterhood, but by the time you get into the Missy and the Foxy and the Kims and
the Eves and the Trinas, that's kind of where that shit kind of fell off.
Yeah.
If you look at it, female rap kind of stopped until Nicki came around, because it's like y'all wasn't really, I guess, pouring into each other the way that older ones did, so y'all really couldn't bring up a new crop of women the way they did. Maybe that's just how I can maybe surmise it.
And these days, I noticed that the female rappers, they just fake stick together. Like the whole rappers stick with the whole rappers, but you ain't see no whole rappers finna get with somebody like Rap City and rap like they got some sense.
Carl asked a very good question. Carlton asked a good question. Killer, you can probably answer this. Do you think they can make a 2023 ladies night with maybe like Cardi, Meg?
They already did that.
What?
Wet ass pussy. Wow, that was the 2023
ladies night. He's talking about ladies night.
No, like make another ladies night, like for real, like,
and go get a female DJ to rap like it's lady night. What? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea.
Nah. We don't know. We can have the same beat because they sampling song every song we see.
They can't do it though. First of all, I feel like that type of stuff needs to stop being done. If it's going to be done, do it, authentically.
Right.
Like it has to be something that happens organically. It can't be forced. Now, if it's something that can happen organically, absolutely. But then who?
Yeah, I think it's too many. I think the reason why you haven't seen that record be cleared and made is because it's too many politics to make that record go down.
Khaled would have to
and I'm gonna be real, bitches don't like each other for real.
You say DJ Khaled gotta do it, but you can't have a man involved in the ladies' night song in 2023 with all this empowerment.
Yeah, y'all ain't hear that.
A man can't be anywhere near the making of that record visually.
Well, I'm talking about just probably even if he A&R it.
Yeah, you're saying
bring the people together.
You're saying he's the only person that can kind of make those phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for it to be a collectively shared record, that's not on anybody's project. That can give everybody money. That's a good point. J Jug got a good point, because even if them girls make a song, unless it's like a single, somebody might want that track for their album.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, who's really gonna be it? And if you say there's no egos involved, right? Would you have like 4 or 5 girls on that track?
You got to think now too. We dealing with social media, so if they do a feature with all these girls, they might say, "Well, I don't want to post her on my page. I don't want to post her in my stuff."
You gotta understand too. Back then, when Fox and Kim and them, not Fox and Kim, but when Kim did the ladies' night with Angie and Missy and Left Eye Right, that was not only organic.
Right.
They was happy. They
was real friends.
And a lot of fucking money. There's no money in the music industry. These motherfuckers is not making money back then. They was putting out.
Many $1 million video budgets.
They was eating.
Yeah, 90s rap money was different.
To now? Are you kidding me? They was.
Well, everybody act like they got money now, so I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, but
they had to count physical albums, so it was a lot harder to hide the money once SoundScan came into play, where you had to really count every records and they could really read niggas sound scans. That's when a lot of you seen like NWA hit #1. A lot of these rappers hit #1 because we had to count the sound scans. It showed how much hip hop was selling. So really in the 90s, before it got digitized and you could pirate music and steal music and leak it, and you had to get it from the store, you had to make an album, it had to be pressed up 2 months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of easier ways to write the money off in the cash guaranteed checks. No, we shipped this many copies out this store, this many copies out this store, this many copies out this store. That's what I had people who ran A&R and who used to like hit the road and go to these different mom and pop record stores and kind of get real counts of how many orders should y'all get, how many orders should these people get, having anticipation night before albums drop. It was a lot of physical ways to count tangible profits in the music industry back then versus now, where everything's streamable and they got to stream 1,000 times for one song to equal to one stream, which is a cent to the penny that you really can't account.
Yeah, if I was an artist, bro, I'd still be. If I was a music artist, I'd still be selling CDs. You can't stream my shit. Fuck it. You probably can stream 1 or 2 songs, but that's it. You want the album? Hit me up. I'll mail your album or something.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't play that game.
Doing that right now. I know niggas. You want they mixtape? Email them.
Yeah, shit. Nobody ain't finna beat all this.
Hey, hit the Ryan Leslie. Ryan Leslie got like his own website. He sell music physically to his people,
bro.
I support shit like that. That's dope.
All you really need is like 5,000 fans.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just because a person doesn't go mainstream doesn't mean they're not successful, right?
Yeah.
It's what you look at, they can feel like they made it as long as they. Because I know, I told you, Jay, like when we start doing this little podcast thing or whatever, I'm like, all my idols know A Gift and a Curse podcast. You know what I mean? Like, so you start feeling like, bitch, I made it. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Nah, we need to check.
Or even my favorite rapper, Currency, like even like one of my favorite rappers, Currency, right? Like he's not a mainstream nigga. Like
I love Currency.
Right, but it shit like that where like everybody pretty much knows him and niggas know he got his own wave and he has his own forever. Right,
yeah,
kind of like
targeted audience. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Currency mainstream, he just don't have a high budget, but he's mainstream.
Like nobody on this stream listens to Tech 9, but we know damn well Tech 9 gonna get a bag from the niggas in the Midwest or whatever.
You know why though? Because he got them white boys. Currency got them white boys.
Yeah, but you also just have a dedicated fan base. Like I don't think we're ever gonna see Larry. Like honestly, I don't think we're ever gonna see like somebody, even if we compare like a Larry June, bust through the mainstream and get like all the accolades. But he has a big enough fan base where he always gonna eat. It's gonna be a lot of artists like there's a lot of niggas up north, like Rock Marciano. He's always going to be able to eat and get a bag. You don't ever have to know one Rock Marciano song, but he's always going to be able to get a check because he's built up a fan base and he don't got to go mainstream because he has that much of a tangible core audience. And you know how valuable that is. You see people like a Coley Ray or people who have an industry push sell 10,000 copies first week and only $800 versus independent artists selling 10,000 copies, $800,000.
But I would tell you,
and it don't like a flop.
I don't count Currency as like not mainstream because he got mainstream promotion, bro. He was signed with Dame Dash. He was signed with No Limit. He was signed with Cash Money. After you get all,
but he only dropped. But his.
So I'm just saying, once you get all that marketing dollars, bro, you go back to the
you
underground.
Can't tell me he didn't go
have
about
20,000 people fuck with you.
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd you say, Killer?
I said at some point I feel like he ghostwrote for Wayne too.
Yeah, and
he had a deal with Atlantic not too long ago.
A distribution
Stone
deal.
Immaculate.
Yeah, distribution deal. But and I also see what you're saying too, J Doug. With he did get a visual. Promotion. He did get looks before Pilot Talk and even dropped. But even those mixtapes, I'll keep it a buck because me and my brother were big Wayne fans. Like when the Drought squad up before he even got with Currency and did the original Young Money, right? So it was like anything Wayne was on, we was fucking with. Anybody Wayne brought around, we fans of them because they with Young Money or they with Squad Up, right?
And that familiarity
exactly with Currency,
bro.
So even when he dropped Where the Cash At and no album came out, or he was on Grown Man on the Carter 2 and no album came out, we were still fans of Currency off of proximity to Wayne, just like people were fans of Nicki Minaj proximity to Wayne, or fans of Drake proximity to Wayne.
And you got to think that carry over into the social media era. Because now you say, man, what Currency at? You could look him up.
And it was easy to look him up. I'm be honest. When the internet came around a year or two after Where the Cash, we were talking about 08, 09. I definitely, and how I think we all went back to Currency, like, whatever happened to Currency? And we typed him in.
His real fans don't even call him that. They call him Spitter.
Spitter, exactly. I call him Spitter. I'm just calling Currency because we're on live and we're talking to a wider fan base who may not know. We saying Spitter, they think we just talking about a nigga who really named Spitter. They not even thinking Currency.
And you gotta think about it like too. This nigga Currency went on a world tour with Wiz, bro. That nigga, you can't get that nigga mainstream. I don't get nigga he tried to act underground because that's the act that he played. But bro, trust me, that nigga Currency, that nigga's mainstream. If anybody,
He just don't. It's like he don't.
Your messages, Jay. I'm about to send you this link because this is interesting. I came in when you was talking about Irv Gotti, so I'm wondering if you.
Yeah, send this link because I think this is gonna be the last talk before we wrap up.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes left. So
Okay.
yeah, let's go ahead and run through this link real quick before we.
You say Spitter was accessible on Twitter back in 07.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got 2 Spitter shirts. It's nothing. He knows his fan base. He knows how to curate the songs for his audience. When he
Talk about him.
That last concert he did with Wiz.
I didn't go to that one. I haven't seen Wiz Khalifa live yet.
Oh yeah, but that's one thing. Currency got a hell of a live performance, bro.
Yeah, I've seen Currency. I didn't see Wiz, but it's Currency. Nah, definitely.
Well, Wiz cool too. But I feel like Currency work harder on stage than Wiz.
Oh yeah, facts. Wiz don't even have the music. Well, he does have the songs to go crazy. He just don't when he perform them. Wiz got some songs he can really be in the stage. But when we rap them songs like that, so of course he could, but he more of a Snoop. I'm gonna chill with my shit.
He gonna roll up on stage.
Hey, Killer, what's is it a Dame Dash? Oh, not Dame Dash. Is it a Irv Gotti clip or a Dame Dash?
Gotti, but you probably talked about it. Did you get to the part where he said he don't fuck with Joe no more? Joe showed him who he was. Y'all spoke about that?
Joe.
Fat Joe.
Oh no, we can play that real quick. Send that over.
I can find
it. I texted it to you.
All right, bet. All right. Yeah, I got it.
I gotta check that. I didn't check the whole interview out. You watched the full interview, or you just watching the clips?
I've been watching mostly the clips. I haven't sat and watched the interview in its entirety. I watched probably like the first 25 minutes of it, and I just started getting the clips. As I was watching it, they were kind of like hit my Twitter timeline, so I'm like, let me just catch these clips and go back to watch it. So
I'm also hearing that Joe was on with Wallow and Gilly over there, and I'm hearing it was trash.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Wallow tried to take it to a, we gonna drop some jewels as us, we black podcasters kind of got it out in the mud, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really have a how to do this. We just kind of, let's talk about the business of podcasting. Like, let's really get these niggas low key like $1 million. Let's really get these niggas some privy conversation
for once,
right? And that was, and at a certain point, they were getting in that bag, and I was really benefiting. I felt like just hearing them talk about things that we know about it because we are in the business of podcasting, but hearing how they interpret or how they see the rules and the basics and how to do things. They're getting in that bag, and high ass Gilly was just like joking around too much, and like Joe was kind of throwing a joking like his hand. I mean, he would flip, so like, but I can tell like Joe would have really appreciated it if Wallow would have just kind of conducted the interview as they were doing it. Because just being somebody who likes to talk podcasting, like, Joe would, the business of it.
Right.
Even Ian might get in on the conversation. And that's when we really, as podcast listeners, we really appreciate listening to Joe Budden when he's dropping jewels. But I digress. Let's talk about Irv Gotti because we only got a few more minutes.
Anymore.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess it's a cancer trait. Some people will call it
it's a sign you're talking about cancer? Okay.
Because once you show me who you are,
all right,
or you speak negatively about me,
all right,
it's over.
But his defense, right?
His defense and Ja's defense is they do shows with Ashanti and that's Little Sis or whatever. But Rule will never come out and say Gotti's a sucker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, Fat Joe, you call.
Yo, we should talk about the great.
Hold on. Let me get this thing. Listen, Fat Joe said, "Oh, Gotti's a sucker."
I didn't think he's calling you a sucker. I thought the situation.
He said, "Joe, Gotti."
Okay, what do you think about it, Killer? Or do you want me to go first?
I think Gotti triggered because he know he a fucking sucker and he was doing sucker shit, period. And salute to Joe for holding Ashanti down in that moment, period.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
He was a sucker because he won't come out and say it.
But I will say this. If you didn't call this nigga and call him a sucker ass nigga, or like say it I don't really give you any like cool points to like saying it out. If y'all cool, that's your man. You should be able to call your man and be like, hey man, that was a foul move. And if you did and then came out and said it cool, but I mean he did. I mean, Irv Gotti did do something lame. And if I'm cool with Ashanti, bro, if I got a homeboy, right? Real shit. If I got a homegirl, I got homegirls, I got homies. If one of the guys was just violating one of my homegirls, I would definitely be like, bro, you wilding, you being corny. That's lame. You looking like a sucker. If you don't want to be friends with me no more, then don't. Because at least obviously you don't know how to treat our homegirl or your ex. That's my homegirl. You my homeboy. This your ex-girlfriend. We been cool while y'all were dating and shit, but I'm more like big bro, but you can't disrespect her around me and think I'm going to just turn the other way because now she looking at me like where my big bros at.
Who is looking at you like that?
She looking at like, yo, where my big bros who know this nigga is wilding on me right now, and they know I don't come out and say shit, so I need my homies to step up. Like if y'all had a little kickback and you got a drunk homeboy who getting loud with your homegirl and that's his ex, whatever, you put your hand on, hey man, relax, let's go in the kitchen to cool off, man, grab a soda, grab a water or something. You looking corny right now. You looking crazy.
Well, nobody call Ashanti a sucker for what she did. See, that's what I'm saying. We
because
always
want to
come to the
game.
What she do?
These women hold their own nuts.
Always want to be a part of the fucking.
Well, number one, what she did, she tried to cut off Irv bag by going to re-record the music that Irv helped her write and produce. How you gonna try to cut the man bag off? Did you go? Did Ja Rule
even fucking produce?
I didn't hear Ja Rule or Fat Joe come out and say, "Yo, Ashanti, that's some whole ass shit you doing. Why you trying to cut out Irv's bag like that?"
She's not trying to cut his bag out. She's trying to get a fucking bag of her own.
No, she don't get a bag. This is the music business. Irv can't go. Okay, but real shit. Irv can't go.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. And on top of that, aren't you supposed to be for the artist? Eventually, I gotta give you your masters back if I'm for the artist. If I'm for artist empowerment.
You just said the man fell off, so how can he afford to give somebody anything?
I can't be, but that's your fault. That's not Ashanti's fault.
No, that's not.
That he's made bad business decisions since they broke up.
But this is what I'm saying. She go and she can sing the songs all she want and make money.
Right.
So once you take the masters, how do I make money for my kids off of the stuff that I did back in the day? How? I just supposed to say, yo, forget everything I did. That's millions of dollars. I just say, yo, you can have that. And you go take that and be with some other nigga? No. So did anybody come out and say,
that's what it's about? Right there. There's a fucking issue. You more concerned about her being with another nigga. That's y'all niggas fucking problem.
Well, if you with
I'm
not worried about that. I'm just telling you, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying what she's going to do.
Why are you bringing it up? Why even bring it up?
Because we already know what she's gonna do.
Y'all all thinking in the back of your head, and that's why he did that fuck shit that he did.
It don't matter, but like I say, I didn't hear nobody come out and say you wrong.
Every time he's seen her with
Nelly, Irv ain't saying those songs though. It don't matter. He produced them.
He ain't produced them, and he was Diddy. He was exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was in the No. Irv was a quote unquote producer, but Irv Gotti was just like Diddy. I got enough money to finance this studio time, and they fuck with me enough where I can come in and say, "Hey, put that here, do that there," and I can just add sauce.
That's the producer.
That's the executive producing, but you're not in here cooking up the beat. You're not in here. You can probably help come up with a concept and help the song because you know the artists are cool. All artists have entourage, have a couple of homies that they collaborate, they write with, just like comedians have homies they bring along, they collaborate, they write with. That's your entourage. It's 2 or 3 niggas in your entourage that help you create the music.
Let me ask you this though: why would you want to kick the back end of somebody gave you opportunity? He could have gave those songs to J-Lo at the time. He could have put any woman, and it's a whole bunch of women that can sing 10 times better than Ashanti that he could have put in position back then. Murder Inc. was hot as fish grease. She did not deserve half of the opportunity that she got, bro. She only got that because she was fucking Irv. So
no, that's
so
not
now
true.
that you thinking that, yo,
my god,
Ashanti got talent.
She does have elite songwriting talent in her era.
Does she have a talent as a vocalist?
She has a range.
She's not
She
a
has a
Whitney
key range.
Houston, but she's
not no Mariah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's so many other. It's the
But Aaliyah wasn't either.
even the cutest back then.
Aaliyah didn't have the vocal cords either, but she was still popping. You would never question how her talent was. She just sung in a different key that it was palatable.
Period.
Yeah, I sung. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to pull rank, but I was in youth choir since 6 all the way up to choir in high school from like 15, 16. So I know about vocal ranges, vocal cords, sopranos, altos. I know all that shit. So what I'm saying is people who don't have heavy, strong voices that can still sing and hold a note and be in key. Ashanti's one of those artists. Now she may not be able to hit a certain note in a certain octave that to me a hit on So Into You, but because to me is a different singer, you can't hit that to me a note.
That's not what I'm saying. She can't hold a note. I'm saying, is it of the women that could have did what Ashanti did and probably have equal success or more?
Ashanti has
that's all I'm saying. He gave her an opportunity. He gave her a career.
He gave her the opportunity based on her talent. Based off of her talent. Based off of her talent.
How she made us hit records since she left Irv? How she made us hit records since she left Irv? How she made us hit records since she left Irv?
Hold on, Killer.
You triggering the fuck out of me, nigga.
Have she made a hit record since she left Irv?
Can we get an answer? Killer,
Yes,
can I get an answer?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I can't think of Norman, can you pull that song when she came back sounding kind of not like herself? That wasn't an Irv Gotti song.
No. Have she made a hit record? If it's a hit record,
yes, it was a hit record. Yes, it was. It absolutely was. And it wasn't under Irv
just
Gotti.
Because it had good marketing promotion and you heard
because of her name based off of her previous
that don't
work.
mean it was a hit. Do she have a record since she left Irv that equals up to Always There on Time? Do she have a record that equals up to
Baby?
Irv didn't write none of those fucking songs.
I didn't ask you that. I said, did she have a hit record since she left Irv?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And I told you she did. Yes, she did.
No, you just saying she did, but I'm saying, what is it?
I can't think of any of those songs.
Hold on, Norman, pull that song for me, please.
Norman, pull something out your ass, please.
I'm trying to get to the hook in my head. What you said? Shut the fuck up.
That was you saying.
I'm gonna read you for filth. The way that I love you. The way that I love you. I had to sing it in my head to get.
I remember that one song. I remember.
I bet that's the Murder Inc.
And it was everywhere, and it was ringing everywhere, just like the rest of them.
Let's see.
But that was what in 2007. It was under Inc. It was after Murder Inc. But it was like
that's Murder Inc. That's with Irv. I said, have she had a hit record since
she was under contract? That don't mean he was in the studio.
No, we're not gonna play this game. Have she had a hit record?
Let me find out you mad because you know you wouldn't be able to fuck Ashanti. That's really the fucking problem. Let's talk about that.
So she don't have it.
You had a crush on her, and you knew she
have it. This came out in 2008. The Inc. Which is the Inc. As I click on the Inc.
Irv Gotti financed project.
That says Murder Inc. LLC Inc. Records. They all the same. So have she had a hit record since she left Irv?
That has nothing to do with him now.
Okay, but if she's the talent, then it's like Jay-Z. Jay-Z done had a hit record since he was with Left Dame. If you
what? We can't even compare the two. Are you kidding me? We can't put
you compare Hope to Ashanti. But what you're saying is no.
If you leave your boss and you still producing hit records, then we can say, yo,
like Snoop made hits after Death Row.
Yes, we can say, okay, Dre wasn't the reason for Snoop's success. Right.
Put that on the screen. Put that angry beige woman on the screen. That is hilarious.
Oh, black, yeah. Hey. Listen, Black people ain't know us, man.
He angry. How come I'm angry, but he not angry? He angry. He
fucking because I'm just asking the obvious question.
Like the same way Irv was. He is fucking feels the same way Irv was.
No, I'm saying like this. Salute to Irv. He did the work. Ashanti just benefited off another man doing what she do. She wouldn't have put herself on. She wouldn't have gave herself no opportunity. She's still making money doing shows off of the work that man put in for her 15 years ago. So that's she's still eating. So now you want to go cut this man bag off because you want to suck another nigga dick? No, beat it, bitch.
Here we go. See, that's what it boils down to. That's the place he's speaking from.
Yes, because guess what? You left me and went with Nelly. Why haven't Nelly got you a hit record? If Where's the hit record with Nelly?
Nelly can't get himself a fucking hit record. How the
they
fuck
got that?
do it for somebody else?
Body on me and Akon.
What the Nelly hit? You been sucking Nelly dick for the better part of 15 years. You should have stayed with Irv. Believe Irv was giving you hit records.
Tenor. Go ahead, Tenor. Let me hear that tenor.
Nah. What we about to do? I think
we gotta check. We're
gonna check out. I think we ended the show on a really high note. Killer, I appreciate you tapping in with us today.
I love you guys.
Hey, love you too. We did a lot of fucking views today. We did I think like 178 views so far.
Okay.
Yeah, live. You know,
make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
So we probably be on live during the day more, man.
Yeah, we probably gonna start doing more daytime content because it seems like we got some good time.
And we got a
I know y'all gonna have to be tapping into me when I start covering that federal trial. You know, the bishops start going to trial in February, so y'all gonna have to tap in.
What you doing the trial for?
The first trial, because his 3 indictments right now. He up to 3 indictments. Allegedly he got more coming. But the first indictment the first trial is going to be regarding the white guy, Brandon Belmonte, who claimed that the bishop tried to spook him out of $500,000 using Mayor Eric Adams. And then there's another one where he allegedly stole $90,000 from one of his parishioners. So
I remember that.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Hey, we're going to mess. Hey, yeah. We might come back later this week, but I'll probably start going live too. Just going live talking about daily topics and stuff. So just subscribe so you get notification when I do go live. Gonna be dropping like 3 to 5 shorts tonight. Follow On Point with J Doug.
Yeah, On Point. We got the extra content popping. Hit me up on Point, J Doug.
Yeah, we have a whole other extra content, a whole nother show we're cooking up over there. So go ahead and subscribe to that so you can get the content on both ends. You guys have a great day. You guys really came through today. We did a 2-hour show. It was full house. A lot of people came to support it. I appreciate it, Marcy. I appreciate everybody tapping in today. Mo Fax, Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? Shakiria, people, you know what I'm saying? Killer came through. Black Games always.
I'm going to end my show. I'm still live on my show. So I love you guys with the love of the Lord.
Yes, man. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be safe, man. See y'all this week.
Yeah.
She had to the love of the Lord so her man won't get mad.
Oh my God. Yo.
No parachute with this one. Okay. Yeah. Voice to Atlantis, footsteps in the dark, part 1 and 2. Just landed a UFO back from a 5-grammer. Trying to explain like teaching a 5-year-old grammar, language barrier. My spirit is light with the weight of Thor's hammer. Eagle eye fly when the doves cry. I never knew a love like this before. Never grab a lion's tail, the digit scale is keeping scope. Stepped in fresh, killing niggas, I'm talking slicing throats. Blood splattered on your girl face, but she's smiling. Her facial expression acknowledged my perfect timing. Smelling like Versace, fresh coconut and watermelon. Mixed with some Zayu Bubba, niggas ain't never selling. Focused on the lesson, so if I lose, I'm never failing. Focused on the clues, the other side trying to tell me something. I can hear the whispers, I'm searching around like I'm key hunting. Russell Crowe, beautiful mind, baby, I'm number crunching. Tie my bow with a crammer, keep nigga, I'm crop dusting. Tripping knowledge hitting quick, I can feel the tears coming. Yeah. Yeah. Boys to Atlantis, footsteps in the dark, part 1 and 2. Just parked the UFO back from a 5-grammer. I don't do old women, nigga, come get your grandma. Edge of reality, holding on, Sylvester Stallone, cliffhanger. The sky was strawberry mango with a hint of lavender. She wanna try, nigga, like here comes a new challenger. Bring your A+ game, sweetie, I don't fuck with amateurs. You can never drive the boat, but you can play the passenger. Flying space jets, dodging UFOs, this is Gallagher. Is it the game or the shoes, the 60s or motorsports? Master those are packed that I'm smoking when I'm on the court. Blowing original Z and an original Z. 5% tit, nosy bitches still can't see. Is that Battlefield 3, 4, Modern Warfare 2? The OG version, not that new pack booth. Diamond with the goals, got a new strap too. This for the hustlers, keeping it G, making all the plays. Make sure you take a vacation to balance out the long days.
Yay. 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 Another play, another day, another J. Another day, another play, another J. Another play. Check it, operation get this money any way possible. Niggas going broke, into me it's not logical. Whether you got a pocket full of sacks or still in pocketbooks, stack it to the ceiling and vacation somewhere tropical. Smoking on that tropical, shit look like poison though. Damn a nigga high, don't even ask what it's going for. Yo.